Hello and welcome to the third episode of the Box2Box podcast. If you haven't watched last week's episode, pause it here, go back and onto our YouTube channel and check out last week's episode. Probably give you more of an insight of what the weekend just gone, what we predicted. But yeah, if you want to do that, go and check out our last episode. And once again, I'm joined by Gaisa.
Hi guys.
Reza.
Hello.
And this week we have our first special guest in Army. How you doing, mate?
Hello, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you, mate. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm all good. So it's a bit disappointing with the result of the weekend, but
special being the appropriate word.
Just so that everyone knows and listening to the podcast, Army is also a Liverpool fan. I mean, Man United fan. And so it might be a little bit of a rant when it comes to the United Southampton game this week. But apart from that, we'll just crack on with it and go straight into our previous results. So we'll start off with unfortunately, we have to start off with the Liverpool-Burnley game. I'll go to Gase first. What did you think of the game, mate?
Yeah, it is what it is, what we expected, to be honest. Burnley had a couple of chances, but they were never really in the game, were they, really, to be honest? Liverpool were too good. The Mane goal was actually really good, as much as I hate saying it. The ball from Trent to the first time finish from Mane was quality, to be honest. Burnley disappointed me, to be fair. I thought, even though I know they could be like within the bottom teams this year, I thought they'd have a little more something about them after the end of their last season. But yeah,
it's just an aging squad, though, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, that's true. And I think, I don't think there was any doubt in the result on this one.
No, I don't think so either. Reza, what did you think of it, Val?
I mean, I think Gase is right. I think it was a little bit too easy for Liverpool in the end. Burnley are terrible. Real poor team. Why are you laughing? I'm just saying it how it is. What, you think they're good?
Yeah, oh yeah, Champions League quality, mate. Definitely.
Top quality, yeah.
No, they're just poor.
Tarkowski, unreal.
And just very easy. Job done for Liverpool. Not much else to say, really. Yeah.
I'll let Army have his little say on your Liverpool because I know how much he loves them. Did you even watch it, Army?
I watched up to, I think, when they scored, and I was like, it's pointless because, like everyone said, Burnley are Burnley, aren't they? They're just bully teams. If they can't do that, then nothing else happens, really.
No, I know what you mean.
So
it's just Sean Dyche.
You know what I mean?
In a hole, that is.
I didn't expect anything of the game. If it was away at Burnley, maybe, but being at Anfield, especially with a full crowd, first time in however long, and Van Dijk being back.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they've got no chance, really, have they?
No, so. They lost before they even stepped on the bus, I think.
Exactly, so.
Well, so I think none of us really want to talk about Liverpool dominating the team. So we'll move straight on to Villa versus Newcastle, which, to be fair, actually was quite a good game. I'll go first to Rez this time. What did you think of the game, pal?
No, it was good. I thought Villa were good. Villa are starting to slowly look good. I know it's only second game of the season, but I did think that Villa would be good this year. And I think with Ings up top, I think they will finish.
Be. Jesus.
Yeah, unbelievable. So yeah, you can't say much more than that. I expected them to beat Newcastle, and they did. Again, Newcastle, another one that they're going to be down that end of the table. I feel. Obviously, if Sir Maximan's playing and he's on fire, then they could beat anyone really. But
anyone.
Yeah, no, I think so. I mean, you look at it, and actually, all it takes is one moment, right, and it can change an entire game. So, I'm not saying they will beat anyone and everyone, but I'm just saying they can do with someone like him in the team. And I think that's probably going to be the deciding factor. Actually, I think, a few weeks ago I said that I thought I'd get relegated.
Yep.
I'm going to retract that because I think, with him, it makes a big difference. I think it's the same thing. Palace have a similar thing with Zaha, right? It's just that player who just has the edge. And I think because of those kinds of players, those teams will probably end up being safe. But yeah, all in all,
Yeah.
so a decent result for Villa, and yeah, unbelievable finish.
I didn't think
By
Newcastle did too bad, to be fair, even though they lost. They had a couple of chances in the game. Unfortunate with the VAR decision for the penalty.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a
I
penalty.
mean, it's a hard one because obviously, as much as it's not like, I mean, the ruling now is that it has to be like meant, right? It can't be accidental. I mean, it didn't look like it was fully meant, but his arm was way extended out. So I agree with the decision. Obviously, his arm was high and it was quite far away from his body, though he didn't mean to hit the ball. It was.
I was talking about the Newcastle penalty. Newcastle should have got a penalty. Well, they had the penalty awarded, but Callum Wilson was offside.
Yeah,
that was a Martinez one, wasn't it?
Yeah. Martinez took him clean out, just edge of the box.
That's the problem with this offside rule. It's with that's what can happen. Like the ref's not putting the flags up, and then the play carrying on, and then the player gets smashed like that.
Yeah, it could have done him some serious injury, to be fair.
Yeah,
Martinez ain't a small guy. If he clatters into him and he's injured for, say, 2 months, that's Newcastle's season gone.
Yeah.
They're fighting relegation constantly.
He did get booked for it, though, right? So, I mean, he didn't get away with doing it, even though it was obviously pulled back for the offside. He did get a booking for it. I mean, I don't know. It's a difficult one, isn't it? Because obviously, if players start stopping because they think they're offside, then we're going to lose quite a few goals.
Yeah.
And if the referee's assistants, linesmen start waving their flags again, we're going to lose a few goals because the lines are thicker. Obviously, the rules changed slightly, and we saw that with obviously Fernandez's goal against Leeds. That it benefited us, this rule change in the first week. I think you don't really want them flagging because you want the game to flow and you want to see goals, right? I mean, that's what we watch it for. We don't watch it
I suppose
stay on 0-0.
I suppose it's the ones that are clearly offside, though. Like, I guess that wasn't really a clear offside.
Yeah,
I see
what you're saying, because I mean, there were some where it was just like it was silly to carry on. So I do get that, but I think that I don't think that's going to happen. I do think they will flag. They have been told to flag. They haven't been told to keep the flag down. It's just if it's tight, they're unsure, then they keep the flag down.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I guess that's fair.
Yeah, so that covers that game off. So we move to their literal best game of the weekend, I think. Action packed, Palace versus Brentford. I genuinely watched the highlights on I can't remember what show. I think it was
two highlights, weren't they?
Match of the Day. I fell asleep, and it was only it's like a 3-minute highlight reel. I fell asleep in it.
Oh god.
But I mean, hard game to go to first, Amir. What did you think of it, mate?
What, the Palace game?
Yeah.
I didn't even watch it, so I can't even give it a but I could tell, I could imagine what it would be like watching that.
In all honesty, I could probably sum it up in about 2 sentences.
That game had draw written all over, really. I don't know what Palace are getting with Vieira. I mean, I don't know what kind of style he tries to play with. I
don't think anyone.
I don't think they've got the players to do it if whatever he wants to play. It's a bit like when they brought in what's that Dutch manager?
What one?
That one got sacked after like 4 games. He didn't win. He didn't score goals.
Is it De Jong? Wasn't De Jong, was it? What's his? I know I can picture him, but I can't think of his name.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. Yeah, it was a bit like that when they brought him and they tried to bring in a style of play, and they just didn't have the players, and he ended up getting sacked after 4 games. I couldn't actually see it going the same way with Vieira.
4 games in, he's gone.
Well, I know that. I don't think they scored under that Dutch manager. After 4 games, they lost every game.
No, they haven't. They lost 3-0 to Chelsea and they drew with Brentford.
Yeah.
It's kind of again. So history's repeating itself. That's it.
I don't know. But...
Guys, what did you think of it?
It was what it was. It was 0-0 draw. It was boring. I mean, there was 2 highlight reels. Both teams hit the woodwork.
That free kick wasn't too bad, to be
Brentford
fair.
had a good free kick which hit the bar, but other than that, it was yeah, it was what it was. It was 0-0, mate. Boring, unfortunately.
Reza, anything more to add on what we said?
No, next.
So we're going to actually, all jokes aside now, actually quite a good game, to be fair, I thought. Leeds versus Everton. Gay, so I'll go to you first, mate. I'll let you take this one.
Yeah, no, I thought it was good. It was quite end to end. The thing is, I think you get that with Leeds, right? If a team Leeds are attacking, and if a team's willing to go head to head with you, there is going to be goals. I think you saw the difference in Leeds with Phillips playing. He's a quality player, right? I think we saw it in the Euros. You can tell he makes them different.
Yeah.
I think it was good. We saw an instance of the ref going over to the monitor for the Calvert-Lewin situation on the pen.
Yeah.
So he gave that. It's good to see. Other than that, I thought Damari Gray, it was actually a good goal. I don't know if you
I thought it was a good finish. Good finish. Really good finish.
But I mean, I know Danny Ings' overhead or scissor was unbelievable. I think Rafinha's is one to talk about.
Yeah, no, it was.
For goal of the week, it was unbelievable.
No, left footed curled into the bottom left, wasn't it? It was bottom left, posting in.
Yeah, unreal goal.
Nice finish. Reza, what did you think of the game?
It was a good game. It was a good game. I think all in all, Gray looked really good. 1.7 million, was it? 1.5 million, something like that from Leverkusen. He was only at Leverkusen for like 6 months.
He didn't play a game, did he? He went to Leicester.
So he looked good. Obviously, I mean, he's looked good in fits and spurts previously, so not going to get too carried away with that. No, it was a good game. It was entertaining. It's what you want. I thought, obviously, it was definite penalty on Calvert-Lewin. Like he had literally an absolute fistful of his shirt. The Rafinha goal was good. I thought Gray's goal was good as well. I thought it was a nice little finish. You probably, it's one of those where you probably think your keeper should probably do a bit better because it wasn't exactly struck hard into that far post. But
it went through Dallas's legs, though, didn't it?
I
believe it was Dallas defender, so it's quite hard to see.
The keeper was just a little bit slow, I think. I mean, maybe I'm being overly harsh, overly critical, but I just thought that keeper probably should be doing better on that one. It was all in all, it's a good goal, and a good game. And I think the Rafinha goal, it was a good goal. Gace, I agree, but it's not the goal of the week, mate.
Oh man, did you watch the game?
Yeah, I actually did watch his highlights. It's Leeds are Leeds, aren't they? You're always going to get entertaining games, always going to get goals.
That's one thing you can guarantee with them.
His blatant penalty, good finish by Gray, great finish by Rafinha. Rafinha is a player I would have took at United, to be fair, if Sancho didn't come through. So I think he could do a job for United on that right-hand side. But like the boy said, it's a good game. Entertaining.
No, it was a good, entertaining game. To be fair, I think whenever you watch Leeds, you're not really going to be disappointed. You're not going to have a boring 0-0 draw. They're always going to go to score, outscore the opponent, but they're just, that's the way it goes for them. So having covered that game, we'll go to the City Norwich game. And as Rez likes City so much, I think we'll go to Rez first.
It's just really easy. Have you boys watched this game?
Yeah, it was just typical City.
The defending. What the fuck are Norwich doing? That defending. I mean, literally every single time their left back would just step up and it was literally leaving.
Walk into the box, pass across,
Mate, it was just literally a through ball every single time. It's the easiest pass in the world to make. I just don't understand. Norwich, they carry on like that, they're going down.
So Saturday League football, wasn't it, really?
It was grim, absolutely shocking defending. I just didn't understand it. I mean, don't get me City, I don't think any of City's goals were particularly great. Obviously, I think Sterling's goal, the 5th goal, was good. But the others were quite scrappy. Obviously, Grealish's goal was quite lucky.
So lucky. Jesus.
But, I mean... they deserved the win, but I don't think you can read too much into it because obviously the week before against Spurs, it was plainly obvious that City need a striker. And then they go and score 5 past Norwich, and people are probably thinking, oh, well, they don't need a striker. No, they fucking do. Right? Norwich were dog shit. Their defending was horrendous. I'm not being funny.
I think that's the worst I've seen this year. Well, it's only 2 games in, but still, that was bad.
I don't know. They rival Arsenal. Yeah, I agree.
Are there anything to add on the game?
Like there's Norwich and Norwich, they go down 100%. Like every time they come up, they just go back down because they never learn. And then they don't, but they don't, do they? They don't
No, you're
learn, and they don't really do anything with trades. I mean, they've got one of our lot now. They Brandon Williams just signed for them. I don't think that don't make much of a difference. But they got a couple of decent. Max Evans, decent player. Cantwell, Pookie at times, but yeah, that game was always 4-5 every day of the week, wasn't it? Really, against City. And City, they all scored in scrappy goals because they create so many chances. So they all scored them little tap-ins at the back post or something. It creates so many chances.
Yeah.
That game was always going to end up 4-5s.
Yeah. Guys.
Hat goes off to Norwich, mate. They managed a shot in the whole game. They got a shot off, so kudos. It wasn't on target, but they managed the shot.
Did you see it? I'd have been fuming. The two guys in the middle were fuming with him. He just smashed it into Rosette.
But I mean, it's a hard one because, like last week, I said City are going to come out with a vengeance, right? Because obviously the Tottenham situation. I mean, they come out firing, but Norwich are just awful.
No, they're going down.
They really are. And I mean, Grealish got his first goal that he didn't even know about. So good on him.
Well, Sam, I think that covered. I don't think there's much more you can say about the City game. Really, they dominated from start to finish, which was going to happen anyway. So I think just Norwich were just the unfortunate got fucked by City. That's basically what it is.
They haven't had a nice start to the season. Though.
I mean, imagine getting Liverpool and then City away.
It's not nice.
And then they got Leicester, I think, next week. Jesus Christ.
Jeez.
So we'll move to Brighton Watford. Oh, Jesus Christ, I can't believe I actually did it as well. Armir, what did you think of the game? Did you watch it?
I saw it saw highlights, but I heard everyone raving about Basuma again. And then that's another player he would walk into United without fail. He's such a good player. I think he could literally turn us from maybe contending to properly contending.
He's better than Fred.
Well, we'll talk about that.
Hang on a second. Fred's mustard off the ball.
No, for real though.
No. We'll get onto it in a minute, mate.
We'll get onto it.
Your time is coming.
Time is now. So everyone's raving about him. He's such a quality player. But yeah, boy, it's a good result. That is. They've started the season well. I mean, going away at Burnley, winning 2-1.
Yeah, coming back 2-1.
Yeah.
That header as well. Duffy scores actually got a banger.
It's
quite a decent header, mate. At top corner.
He couldn't get in the team a couple of seasons ago. No, he's scoring bangers like that. But
Ben White goes, he comes in.
Ben White goes, Duffy's like the new PK.
Duffy's the next best defender in the Premier League. He's going to win Champions League in 5 years. He's the best player in Europe, then best player in the world. That works, I think. What my majority of Brighton fans will say.
Good result for them, but
no, it was fair. Go on, guys.
Yeah, you said everything pretty much. Great header from Duffy because then he was pretty much going backwards on himself and he managed to veer it into the top bins. It was actually unreal. And I mean, Morpay's goal was all right. I mean, Basuma did tackle, but it was horrendous from Watford. That was a major mistake.
That's shocking.
Mate, that was just proper hospital pass.
Yeah, big time. And Basuma just straight in there. Yeah, I mean they did all right. It was an all right game.
Reza, anything else to add on that one, mate?
Not massively, other than Connolly should be nowhere near this Brighton team. Fuck me, that guy wastes chances. Brighton could have had.
They found their Adama Traore, mate.
I literally was going to say we'll get onto him.
But, no, I mean I think Brighton did well. Obviously, the second goal. Yeah, I mean Watford terrible play, trying to play out from the back. But the first goal, decent header, good finish. I mean Brighton say 2 for 2 now, and Brighton fans will be thinking it's Champions League next.
Europe's coming up.
They're probably thinking of Arsenal's undefeatables, mate. 49, I don't know, they're going to do it. 50-0 Brighton.
Invincible season. Let's see it.
So no, all jokes aside, we get to the unfortunate one of the weekend. It's Southampton United. I don't know who to go to first, really. I think Seeing as he's a guest, we can let Armir take it. Rez bite his head off a couple of times, and then he can just carry it on. Armir, break down the game for me.
Started well.
Right?
Yeah, started all right. I thought we started well. We had
off the bus or
a few good chances. We should have scored to go like, at least 2 goals up, and then conceded that goal.
Mm-hmm.
Just sloppy play again from all. Everyone, to be fair, everyone had a bad game. Everyone not bad game. Everyone had an off day, especially Matt and Fred.
Everyone was horrendous. I thought Pogba was okay, but yeah.
Yeah, Pogba was okay. Bruno wasn't at it. Greenwood's here and there. Martial fucking non-existent as usual. But it's so disappointing because obviously coming out of that Leeds game last Saturday, a couple of weeks ago, sorry. I was bouncing. I thought, we could really kick on, and dominate teams now and go for the jugular. But especially after we've got the equaliser, I thought that's it. We're winning this, but it seemed to go backwards. We had a little 5-10 minute spell after we scored, and then after that, Southampton looked like they should have won it. To be fair,
we slowed down.
But it wasn't even that we slowed down. It's the fact that Southampton looked more likely to score. They had more of the possession. They had more of the chances. That's what annoyed me most. And then obviously, it was just a shit day at the office, really. But yeah,
Rez, cross-examine. Go on, mate. He's been waiting for this.
No, look, I don't disagree with a lot of what you say, Armir, to be fair. One question I would ask you, though, is you say that everyone had an off day. How many times last season did everyone have the same off day? How many times have we seen this performance? No. I'm just asking the question.
It's true.
Like, how many times have we seen it? And how many times do we have to see it before it changes? I'm pissed. I am fucking pissed. I'm so angry. Honestly, right? Look,
I feel like I'm on ASTV now.
Yeah.
Robbie.
In all seriousness,
I feel like tired. He's fucking gorgeous.
Why is he starting that 11? Why is Martial being deployed up top on his own when Greenwood had a blinder for us against Leeds?
Yeah, I can't disagree with you.
His movement is so much better. And then we put probably the most immobile midfielder we have in the team in. For what reason? I don't know. It's Southampton. It's Southampton. We fucking beat these 9-0 last season. I know that was at home. This is away. We beat them 9-0 last year. Right? Why do you feel the need to play 2 CDMs?
I still don't know why
I think you know my stance on Ollie, but I think sometimes he overthinks it.
We're in a game where it's a battle, right? It became a battle. I mean, you're right. I mean, after probably about the 3rd, 4th minute, they were really good for what it's worth. The first few minutes, actually, I was like, oh, this is going to be one of those games. And it certainly looked like it, right? Early on, they got a couple of free kick in a corner, didn't they?
Yeah.
And it did look like it could be one of those days, one of those games. And then we kind of came back into it and we looked okay without looking particularly threatening. Martial did nothing. And then they score.
A lot of our players did nothing, though, to be fair.
No, you're right. They didn't. And they score. We don't do a lot.
Yeah.
And then eventually we score. Now, obviously, the goal was a little bit of luck involved in our goal. But we score and you think, okay, well, push on now. And then what does Ollie go and do? He starts making his subs and it's all like for like bullshit, right? As usual. So McTominay comes on for fucking Fred. And you're like, well, that's going to change the game, is it? Is that actually going to change the game? That's the guy that you're bringing on to go, do you know what? He could really affect this game. No, I'm like, honestly, I just want to know what you guys think, because to me, Ollie is completely out of his depth. This was literally last season all over again. And the difference this time was we didn't win the game, right? But this was always going to happen. With fans back in the grounds, we are not going to see all of these comebacks again, because the fans will get on the team's back, right, on basically the team that's winning, and they will hunker down and they will grind out a result. And those wins that we were getting last year will turn into draws this year unless something changes. Obviously, Varane and Sancho, you hope, will come in and change it. Why aren't they in? What? Why?
Yeah,
No,
I don't know.
bullshit.
Varane, I didn't expect to start because I thought he couldn't take Lindelof out after. Yeah,
Fuck
Really?
off, mate. No. I don't give a fuck. Varane with one leg.
You're not
One
yeah, but you're
fucking
not
leg
gonna-
is better than
You're not
Lindelof.
going to check. Yeah, but you
I'm
know
better
for a
than
fact
fucking
he was,
Lindelof.
No, he wasn't going to change Lindelof. Everyone knew that. I knew that. The one thing I was surprised that he didn't start Sancho, I thought he would. I thought that was the time to start him because he's had a couple of weeks training. He's had 20 minutes, 25 minutes against Leeds, and then he could start against Southampton. But Varane, I didn't ever see him started.
He had no width against them.
Yeah, after 5
Well,
10
exactly.
minutes
That's why
of that game,
Sancho.
as soon as Lindelof missed that header, he should have been sent home. Right?
Should have walked home, mate. Not even on the bus. Should have walked home.
Get off the pitch. You missed that header. We then kerfuffle it. That goal changes the game. I'm not saying it would have been dominant, but that changes the game, right? That was shit. I don't give a crap. Lindelof, mate, he doesn't deserve to be on the pitch. Bring Phil Jones back. I don't care. I hate him. I hate him. I think Lindelof was shit. No, don't start on me.
I think it's a lot of. It's when he plays shit, he plays shit, yeah, but it's not shit every game.
Can you name me 5 appearances since he's played for us? Yeah, that he'd get over a 6.
Well, last week against Leeds, he played it well enough. That's one.
Put anyone in against Leeds.
Did you see his pass to Bruno?
Can I ask you a question? Did you enjoy watching that game and that football on Sunday?
No, not at all. Yeah, but not at
last
all.
Season, how many times did you see the same football? How many times did we have to sit through the same football last season and rely on moments of magic, individual brilliance from our players? Last year, for what it's worth, Southampton, the only reason we beat Southampton, Cavani come on and had an absolute blinder last year. We were 2-0 down. I think we
missed him a lot yesterday. I think we did miss him a lot in that game as well.
But the thing is, we had Greenwood. Why is he playing with no width?
I think he overthought it in match midfield when he didn't need to with Matic and Fred. Like they're the worst two you could have put together.
But he overthinks it every week. I mean, I know last week wasn't a marker. The Leeds game was never going to be a marker for us, simply because
we won that before the game kicked off.
Yeah, they're Leeds, right? And they play into our hands, and it was just perfect for us. And we went and we did what we needed to do, right? And we scored, we smashed them. We should have absolutely destroyed this team. We should have gone out and laid a marker, made a statement to the rest of Premier League. Man United are back. We are not. We are miles away. Miles away.
I don't know. I think it's a bit harsh in that. I don't think we're miles away.
This is a Southampton team that are going to be fucking relegated. I know. Close to relegated, right?
I know.
They are a terrible football team, and they've lost their best player.
I don't know why you don't go to a place like that and you play one CDM. Liverpool aren't going there playing one CDM. No, sorry, 2 CDMs. Liverpool aren't playing 2 CDMs there. Chelsea aren't playing 2 CDMs there. City aren't playing 2 CDMs there. Leicester aren't playing 2 CDMs there.
It's Ollie's thing, though.
Why are we?
And it is. It's like you're playing scared, and it's Southampton. I get you go to a big boy team and you play your 2 sitting defenders, defensive midfielders, because you need to protect your back 4. And to be fair, the back 4 needed protecting because Lindelof was shit, right? But Maguire was horrendous, and so was Shaw. Roberto Carlos was not.
I was disappointed with him. I was disappointed with him this week. He wasn't.
No, but that's what I mean. Everyone had a lot. Basically,
I think the whole team was shaky though, right? Because Matic can't move, Matic can't run, Matic can't pass the ball, Matic can't do anything. And so
Fred.
When you've no, mate, no way, you can't make a statement.
Fred's good off the ball, isn't he?
I did.
Guys, there's no way you can say Matic. You're on a wind-up. There's no way you can say that Matic is better than Fred. Listen, the fact of the matter is, if you have someone like Nemanja Matic in front of you, it's going to make you nervous, right? And I think the whole defence looked nervous. Because you look at Maguire, right? Maguire in the European Championships, he was unbelievable. Him and Shaw, absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah,
I do think it will change with Varane coming in. It will.
100%.
It has to, right? It has to change. I mean,
If
it doesn't, then
well, it's absolute worldie next year, right? He's going to be more confident, Maguire, surely.
Yeah.
Whoever
And I think the whole
defense
defence will be more confident. And I do hope, I pray. If he doesn't, then Ollie deserves a chance. We came second last year, right? So he deserves a chance. But ultimately, if he doesn't stop playing, a pairing of McTominay, Fred, Matic, any two of those, every single game, I'm going to lose my shit.
Do you think if Varane comes in, I think that he won't go to two CDM because I think that's what he worries about. He's thinking they've got no pace.
I think you're probably
Maguire
right, mate. You are probably right, and I do hope that is the case.
But obviously, Matic and Fred cannot play together ever, regardless of who's playing.
But then again, I
don't know why Van de Beek doesn't get a look. I don't get it. Something must be going on. It's just strange.
Banging Solskjaer's daughter or something.
I don't know what it is. Because do you remember last season away at Southampton? Him and Matic, they were the two best players in that game away. That was probably one of his best games, Van de Beek's, especially in that second half. And then since then, it's just I don't know.
I mean,
it's a weird one with him.
It could get even worse, right? It depends on how he wants to go about it. But I think it could be a situation where he tries to play all three of them at the back. If he doesn't drop Lindelof out and he ends up trying to play five at the back, I'm done.
I don't think we have we ain't got the players for wing backs, so have we really? Wan-Bissaka's not going forward. Shaw's all right, but
five at the back. Plus, we've got too much talent going forward. I think to play five at the back. It's one of those, right? We don't know. I would love to understand. I'd love to be able to sit down with Ollie Solskjaer and understand what he was thinking before that game, during that game, after the game. And literally, I want to know the honest truth of what he thought was going to happen in that game, because obviously we're all guessing why he did certain things, why he's done. And we all think that we know better, right? It's natural, it's what happens, armchair fans and all that. But I just don't, I cannot understand for the life of me why we play and we continue to play the way we play. It's the same, like I say, it's the same thing as last year. The style of play, I don't really know what we do, if I'm honest. I really don't understand. I couldn't tell you what we do. We don't look like we control the ball. I'll let you boys crack on now. I've said my piece.
It was a tough watch.
Big time. Horrendous.
It was I found myself just echoing last year, really, and I really thought this year was going to be different with having Varane and Sancho. I think everyone's sort of looking at it and saying, I see Gary Neville going on about we need to buy Harry Kane, and I don't think that's our problem. I think our problem is our midfield. I'd say a centre midfielder is more important this year than a striker.
Well, there is that talk of Saul, isn't there now? Between us and
Cavani's going to get you goals. Cavani will get you goals. Sancho's going to get you goals. Rashi, when he's back, will get you goals. Greenwood's going to get you goals. So Fernandes will get goals. Pogba will get goals. So I don't think the goals is what we need right now. It's a centre midfielder we really need.
Getting the ball. It's getting the ball through the lines and quicker.
Yeah.
So you see when Matic and Fred get the ball, they just pass it back to Maguire, pass to Lindelof.
I genuinely think my cat can pass better than Fred.
But I think that's the problem with us going forwards in games like that, where when we get pressed, because Southampton are quite a high pressing team. So when we get pressed, the players we've got are not able to press through the lines, if you know what I mean. Go through the lines of the press.
Pass it quicker, got offload it quicker. That's what you got to do.
Once you get that, then we're on, aren't we? Because once you pass that press, and
but it's so annoying. Even when teams don't press us, you've got players like Fred, Matic, and even McTominay does it as well. They just hold on to the ball for 5, 6, 7, 8 touches when you don't need to.
They can't make an open.
Well,
Get a
that's it,
touch,
isn't it?
set yourself and get it forward, or do it in one.
Yeah,
You don't
Yeah.
need
That's
to have 7 touches. Just slows everyone down then.
that's why
get it
I
forward.
think I don't know. I don't know if he plays the 2 CDMs to give, for example, Pogba the freedom, because Pogba coming off the wing dropped deep against Leeds a few times and played some unbelievable balls. And I don't know, like I know we obviously talked about the final last year, Europa League, where he did play central. If you can turn Pogba into a central midfielder alongside an actual solid CDM, I think that's otherworldly, right? Because his passing range is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And that's the only positive that I took from this was the little stint that Pogba and Bruno played in the goal, which was good link-up play. But other than that, we haven't really. I mean, we've been beefing on United, but Southampton played well, right? Good on them. Well done. They deserved the win. To be fair, even though it was a draw, they deserved to win.
Yeah. Well, I think we've covered this game more than enough by now. I think we should probably move on before we end up trying to kill each other.
Could spend another hour on it.
We'll move on to Adama Traore missing 50 billion chances and Tottenham winning. So, Gase, you want to take it away?
Yeah, it's a weird one, right? Because Wolves didn't look too bad. They had chances in the they had chances in the game. I think Wolves had like 25 shots.
Yeah, I'll try and get the stat up for you, but carry on talking.
No, I've got it up now. I've just pulled it up. Wolves are 25 shots now. And I mean, that one-on-one with Adama Traore is horrendous, right? And I understand they're talking about Raul Jimenez's injury was horrendous. So he's going to take time to get back in. But the ball just keeps falling to. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you watch the game, Adama looked good, right? When he attacks down the wing, he's quick. I mean, he's quick and he's skillful, and he's obviously powerful, right? So he does players.
Yeah.
But for some reason, the ball drops to him every time they're in front of goal.
We've said this every time. Rez said it last week, and you did as well. Just no end product with Adama Traore. You're just not going to get it. That's why we put St. Maximin above him. You won't get an end product out of him. Never.
Yeah.
You'll get one week out of probably 12, or 1 week out of 10. Make it an even number. And then the rest.
I've never rated him.
We're talking about Liverpool signing for like 30 million.
I've never rated him. If he didn't have pace, what is he? Honestly, what is he? If he didn't have pace, it's nothing.
Well, yeah,
he's literally a muscly Dan James.
I was going to say he's a bulky Dan James. Yeah.
Is that even at least Dan James scores?
Oh no! Here we go. Rez gone.
No, but you know what I mean.
He started talking about Dan James in a positive light. I was like, no, we'll put that on straight away. Go on, Rez, what did you think of the Wolves game?
Yeah, Wolves were wasteful, right? They should have had a pen as well, I think. I thought it was a pen.
I thought it was as well, to be fair. Yeah, I thought it was.
The thing is, I think the reason it wasn't given was because he's probably going away from goal, but then Dele Alli was as well, right? For Spurs' penalty. And I don't think he was getting on the end of that ball either. So
it was the way it fell, though, when it was theatrical. So
it was theatrical. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, it's difficult because as a goalkeeper in that situation, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah,
he has to go for that ball, and he tried to pull out. As soon as he realised he wasn't going to get it, he went to pull out, and Ali still made contact with him. I can understand why it was given, but then if you're going to give that, you're going to have to give the Wolves one. It was on Semedo, was it?
Yeah, Semedo,
yeah.
But yeah, Wolves were wasteful. Spurs were lucky. That's 2-2 for Spurs. I do worry about next weekend or this weekend coming. Us against Wolves, but we'll see.
We'll get into that. Armeh, what did you think of the game, mate?
It's helping if I've seen the highlights, but I haven't.
In all honesty, mate.
I literally, the only bit of the game I saw was Adama Traore's miss. Funny enough, so. But
it summed it up in one. Tottenham got battered for 90 minutes.
Yeah,
they scored. And Wolves have Adama Traore.
I haven't seen. Who's the Wolves play in the first game? It was Leicester, wasn't it? Was it Leicester?
Yeah, Leicester.
Yeah, I haven't really seen much of what they look like under their new manager. Cause I don't even know who their new manager is.
They didn't really do much against Leicester. They didn't really do much against Leicester, though. But that's because it's first game of the season.
Do they look different to how they were playing under Nunes?
I didn't think they deserved to lose against Leicester, though, necessarily.
They definitely didn't deserve to lose against Spurs.
No.
I can't remember that Leicester game that much, in all honesty. It's too,
No, I
too
mean,
far back for me.
they've been
What's
good
that?
in
What's
both,
that?
they just can't finish. That's
What's their play like? Is it this similar to how Nuno used to play, or is it completely different?
No, it's a bit more attacking, to be honest. I thought
Yeah.
Nuno was quite
It's
pragmatic.
quite
wasn't he?
yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's a bit more attacking. Like, I mean, the guys have said it already. The chances of falling to the wrong guy. It's as simple as that. And it's happened in both games now that the chances are just falling to the wrong person, and
Yeah.
it's costing them.
If they fall to Jimenez, I think that's a different game. I
That's
think
what I
Wolves
mean, yeah.
Wolves win that easily if the chances
Yeah.
that Traore gets go to Jimenez. But
At least makes it a more interesting game, right? Wolves score, then it's a head-to-head. But I mean, the only positive to take was I thought Dele Alli looked quite good for Tottenham, but other than that, I thought they were
I thought they were rubbish.
mediocre.
Honestly. Yeah. All right, so that covers
Yeah.
that game. We'll go to the next one then. So it's Chelsea Arsenal. Arsenal beat Chelsea. As you're laughing, Gace, I'll let you go first, mate. Go on.
Well, I just think Arsenal are horrendous, to be honest. They won. I mean, bar our performance, I think they might be, and Norwich, they might be the worst defensive team in the Premier League at the moment. They're a shambles. They're all over the place. Don't get me wrong. Chelsea looked solid, right? And as much as we said, or certain people said that Lukaku might not be like hit the ground running, he's scary. He looks good. He's
Bottom 6 team though.
Say what you want. I mean, they didn't defend well, but at the end of the day, he looks like he's. The thing is, it's not just the fact that he can hold up the ball; he's strong. His runs that he makes are actually really good, right? If you watch the game, he gets into those positions, the spots in behind the shoulder of the defender. He looks really good. Chelsea overall just look good. They look really solid.
Thomas
Arsenal
Tuchel's
had
got them doing well.
slightly better second half from Arsenal, but Chelsea just too good.
Yeah. Reza, anything you got, mate?
No, just Gace is absolutely right. I think they do look scary, and I think Chelsea are my favourites for the league now. I think, I said it. I think when I said if they get Lukaku, they are going to be really, really difficult to beat. They're going to be really difficult to play against, and it's only one game so far with Lukaku in the team, but it kind of goes to prove a point, and I think they'll continue to do so. Chelsea look really good, and I think they've got a manager who is tactically very good as well.
Yeah.
Unlike ours. And
Well, he did beat him though 3 times. Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, 3 times.
Right. So that was PSG. Yeah.
Yeah, he had
still
Neymar and
sequel,
Mbappe at his disposal. He still did it.
Yeah.
No,
I get what you're saying. Ultimately, I get what you're saying. Ultimately, it was but PSG were arrogant, and again, like Leeds, like City, they play into our hands. The game they played, the game he played with PSG, is different to the game he's playing with Chelsea, and I think that they're going to be a very, very difficult team to beat. And I think they're going to score goals. I said Lukaku's going to get 20 plus goals this season. I stand by that. He will get 20 plus goals per season. It's frustrating for me seeing them doing well, and then we got fucking Ollie Solskjaer.
Yeah. Their build-up play was really good as well in that game. It just cut them open.
Yeah, it did. Quite intelligent play from Mason Mount, to be fair, on both goals.
Their squad is mega as well. They've got depth. They've got everything you need to basically really challenge for a title. So I think it's between them and City. But I did
this season.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, I did have them coming. I think I had them second, to be fair, in our predictions. But yeah, it's them two, City and Chelsea. They're going to be the teams that are clean and clear.
Yeah. Armour, anything to add, mate? What do you think?
In the game?
Yeah, on Chelsea Arsenal game.
Arsenal just played into Lukaku's hands. I mean, that Mari, every ball got played into him. He's trying to get him tight. You can just see all you needed to do is take a step. Because the thing with Lukaku is, if he's got you, like he can grab you, he'll spin you every time. But if you just let him try and track the ball by himself, it bounces off everywhere. That's Lukaku, though. It's true, isn't it? How many times have we seen it?
A few.
I think we saw a different Lukaku, though, to be fair.
Yeah, he was completely different. He didn't want to beat United. He put in loads of weight and all that stuff, but still, he was touched with. Even in the Arsenal game, there was still moments in the ball was still like couldn't get it out of his feet. So I know a lot of the times he did, but I don't know. With Lukaku, it's a weird one. It's always score goals wherever he is. It doesn't matter if he's fit or unfit. He'll always score goals. It's just the way he is. But
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, he's a poacher, isn't he? Like I said, he gets in the right positions.
I just think that like Arsenal just played into his hands.
Yeah, big time.
Speaking
Arsenal,
of
Arsenal, aren't they?
Arsenal's only highlight. Sorry to cut you off, Ken. Arsenal's only highlight was Leno's save for Lukaku. That's all they did. Yeah, well played.
Well,
he didn't even see that, did he? He got up and like he didn't know what happened. It's like,
I was going to say on that note.
Did he save it?
On that note, what do you guys think, Arsenal? I mean, I think looking worrying for him. People keep saying to me, their players are coming back, but
the funniest thing is that everyone spent under 30 million on a B team. They literally have. They've probably got one of the worst goalkeepers in the league. And I don't know how or what they've seen in the Ramsdale thinking, yeah, he'd be a good buy, especially for 30 million. I know. And then they've brought in Odegaard's all right, but he's not going to.
No, he's not going to
make or break the team, is he?
He's a good signing, I suppose.
He's a good signing, but he's not going to make or break make or break the season, is he? And who else do they buy?
Ben White.
Ben White,
future Hall of Famer.
He don't know what you're going to get with him, really, do you? He looks all right, but the thing with 50 million is it's the English tax, isn't it? You pay a premium in English.
Shane Duffy.
No, about 2 years ago, you would have bought Lewis Dunk for 50 million, wouldn't you? 2 or 3 years ago, that would have been one out of the Brighton players.
Yeah,
for Arsenal,
I worry for Arsenal. Nothing in what they've got to come back from injury or anything like that makes me think they're going to be a force or they're going to get some points. I just think
they've got no goals in them either. I mean, Aubameyang
don't even want to be there.
He
don't want to be there. He don't want to be there, does he? Let's face it. Lacazette, I think he just got fed up. He's just fed up. He's like, what the fuck am I doing here? Wasting my career at Arsenal.
Yeah. On the topic of
Smith Rowe's their best player. I know Saka's in there, but I think Smith Rowe's their best player.
Smith Rowe looked good, but just quick. I know it's veering off completely, but on the topic of French strikers, Real Madrid have just put in a bid for 137 mil for PSG forward Kylian Mbappe.
They see what official put in a bid?
Sky Sports have just reported
137 million.
Mate, that's it, isn't it? Ronaldo's going PSG.
We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it.
Mate, that'd be mad.
We're gonna get Ronaldo and Messi together.
Jeez, yeah.
Honestly, I think PSG should just play 4 at the back, 3 in front of it, and then just play Neymar, Messi, and Ron up top, and just let them do what they want.
It's literally just going to be Messi supplying Ronaldo. That's what it's going to be. Just Messi passing it to Ronaldo.
I can't believe in one season Ronaldo's got 100 goals and Messi's got 100 assists. How's that happened?
That's crazy, mate. Then them two are going to be.
How did Man get this fun? We have to mention it, really.
Where do they get the fun? They're fun by the government, mate. It's backhanders everything, mate. Backhanders everywhere, mate. That's probably coming out of Spanish taxpayers' money. Oh, fuck COVID. We want Kylian Mbappe.
I don't know how they got that, but what's that on Sky Sports News?
Yeah, I just looked at it as well. Yeah, Real Madrid make £137 million bid for Mbappe.
Did you see? I don't know if any of you saw the brother of the PSG owner put up a picture of Ronaldo and Messi on Instagram and said maybe with the emoji eyes. That was like about a few hours ago. So,
well, apparently I saw sources coming out saying Ronaldo refused to play against Udinese at the weekend. He didn't want to start. Yeah, so he said he wants to move. So he apparently refused to play. I mean, if it's going to happen, just let it happen.
It's going to happen.
Just let it happen. Just let it happen. Just let him go to PSG. Fuck financial fair play. We want to see it now. just let it happen now.
That's how they're going to make it happen, right? Sending Mbappe. I mean, we did say it'd be boring, but seeing Ronaldo and Messi on the same team is going to.
I don't know why Mbappe would want to go to Madrid. Like, what? There's nothing there at the moment to think.
I've got a question for you guys, then. Yeah, out of it, who would you pick if someone said to you, you can sign them? They'll definitely sign for you. Yeah, you got Mbappe or Haaland. for your team, someone says to you,
Are we talking about out at United? Or
someone just says to you, you can sign one of these two. Who would you sign?
Again, Gace, I think Gace's question's valid. For United now.
Go on, for United then. We'll do it for United.
It's got to be Haaland, doesn't it?
Haaland.
It's got to be Haaland.
Haaland, yeah.
It's just because he's finishing, right? Because, I mean, Mbappe, we've got... Listen,
we've got Mbappe. We haven't got Mbappe, but
hang on. Here we go.
Players.
Oh, man, who's Mbappe?
No, I know what Armin's going to say. We've got players. We got players that are similar, right? Martial, Rashford, Sancho, probably. I think we've got players that already do what Mbappe does. I'm not saying they're as good as Mbappe, don't get me wrong. Before people start kicking off, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we already have players similar to it. What we don't have is we don't have an out-and-out goal scorer, which is the point that Gary Neville was basically trying to make with Harry Kane, was the fact that United lack that goal scorer. They lack that focal point. They lack it massive, and we lack it massively. So Haaland, for me, that's why.
Yeah, I was saying Haaland.
Yeah.
Sam, it's just a little.
Even though I think Mbappe.
I don't think he'd come to Premier League anyway. Mbappe.
No,
I think Haaland definitely will. I don't think Mbappe will.
I think I mean, I'm not saying obviously if he had a Fergie, but if Mbappe had the right guidance, he will be the best player in the world. But he doesn't at the moment, so we'll see.
We'll see. All right, so that covers that. So we'll move on to the last game of the weekend, which was West Ham versus Leicester. Reza, what did you think of the game, mate?
Yeah, really good game. I mean, I was offered tickets for this, but I was working, unfortunately. Good game. I thought I predicted West Ham to win. I think I was the only one, wasn't I?
No, I did as well.
Did you? Oh,
yeah, I had West Ham as well.
Yeah, of course you did. Bullshit. I'm going to have to listen back to last week. No, I thought I did think West Ham would win. Leicester obviously had a lot of the ball up until the sending off. But yeah, West Ham got the goal, and then you had the sending off, which obviously affected the game dramatically.
Yeah.
And West Ham just kicked on from there. Antonio was looking really good, really impressive. They're a good team. They're a good squad. I think they're decent. They're going to be fighting for a European spot, not obviously Champions League, but a European spot.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting season. That kind of middle of the table is going to be really interesting.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. No, I think you're right there.
What about the red card? What do you boys think of the red card?
I thought it was a red card.
It's a red card in this day and age. I don't think it's not intentional, but it's a red card in this day and age.
No, I think
that's all you can say about it.
No, that was vile, mate.
Do you think so? Because the thing
I
is, I
think
watched it back a few times, and the thing is, that's what you do, right? If you're the ball,
try and track the ball, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You step across, right? And I think that's what he was trying to do. He was just basically trying to step across the ball, so he got his body in between the West Ham player and the ball. I think that's what he was trying to do. Obviously, what's happened is he's just a little bit late to pulling that move off, because if literally a split second earlier, his foot is in the ground, his left foot's in the ground, and he's got his body now between the ball and the player. I think it's quite a natural thing to try and do, but obviously it looks bad now.
It's like I say, it's a red card in this day and age, isn't it? You're going to get it, especially with VAR. It wouldn't have been a red card if VAR went there, obviously, because the ref didn't do anything, did he?
The ref didn't
just carried on playing.
Didn't even see it.
So it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I thought West Ham were good, but then you can't really judge it. They were a lot better in the second half. But
I'm surprised with West Ham. I thought they'd tail off, but they haven't really lost anyone, apart from Jesse Lingard not being back there. They haven't really lost anyone, have they? They kept all their big players.
That left side, that Benrahma, picking up Antonio.
Yeah, Benrahma could have a big season. I mean, he didn't really do much last season, but he could have a big season this season. He's a good player.
That's it, Kufal, yeah.
Kufal, Kufal, Souček, Rice. They've got a really good team, West Ham. I think they've assembled.
It's typical Moyes, isn't it, really?
What could fuck them up really bad is Europa League, though, playing Thursday, Sundays, and especially with their squad.
It's all right at the moment when they're
I agree.
League.
You can see how they navigate that, because you're right. They don't have the squad for it. No, and they can't play those players. Like, especially the likes of Antonio. Antonio is 31 years old now. So I think it will be interesting to see how they navigate the Europa League this year. Very interesting. But no, there's a good team.
Yeah.
So, guys.
Yeah, no, I said my piece. Benrahma with
Yeah.
Antonio link up looked really, really good. West Ham was just better. I know the red card had a big part to play, but West Ham just looked good all round.
Yeah, Armour, anything to add apart from what we've said, mate? Or
No, like I said, it'd just be interesting how when their Europa League kicks in, how they actually cope with it. But
yeah, it would be, to be fair. I think you guys are right. Once the Europa League kicks in, it's different. I mean, you see even the teams like United and Tottenham and stuff like that, they struggle playing Thursday,
Sundays are the worst.
A team like West Ham trying to do it must be virtually impossible for them. But
and they're going to like the back half of nowhere in Eastern Europe. I mean,
that's where you go on your holidays, isn't it?
You get back, you get back at like fucking Friday morning, and then you got training Saturday, and then all that. Yeah, it's just headache, isn't it? But
yeah, right. So that will finish the games for this week then. So just before we move on to the games next week, just want to get to know you a little bit better, Army, and let the podcast know you a little better. Who's your favourite player ever?
Well, if anyone who actually knows me, it's an easy answer. I think Cristiano Ronaldo.
I can't think why.
No, the thing is, growing up, like proper knowing United, obviously I was about 10, 11 when Ronaldo joined. So that you're always that's your
idol.
Go-to player, isn't it? Your idol, yeah.
Yeah.
So where's you're going? That's your childhood hero. So obviously, and then obviously what he done for us.
Yeah.
It's always going to be him.
So, mate, I got another question. What's your favourite footballing moment? So you get to pick one moment where you're like, that's what I love. My favourite football moment. What is it?
But being at the game or
either at the game, watching from home, no matter what is it is.
I don't know. I always the one moment I go back to is always a Champions League final. Not the 99, because I was too young for that. The 08 one, winning that.
07, 08, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd probably be that because that team was probably arguably the best United team ever.
Yeah.
Up there with the 99 team. But yeah, I'll probably say that. But obviously you get the last minute winners. They were the best, mate. They're the best. Not even coming back. Coming back from like 2-0 down, something like that. Yeah. But yeah, I'd say the 07, 08 season.
Okay.
That's I guess I'd say that season.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. All right. Oh, after that one, what's your best player, Army? What's just the best player ever? Who's your best player ever? Not your favourite. I know your favourite.
I'd be United.
So you'd put him above Maradona, Pele, everyone.
But you have to because of what he's done.
It's not me, mate. It's whatever you think.
This is how I always think about it. If you had to pick one player right now to go and win your game, who would you pick?
Fred.
Titus Bramble.
No, honestly, who would you pick right now to go and win you a game? You go, I want him to go and win me that game.
I mean, to be fair, if you said Champions League,
Ronaldo every time. You pick Ronaldo every time. He comes up every time.
What, historically or?
Well, I guess that. Well, I can't really say for someone like a Maradona or Pele because obviously I was never there for it, or George Best or something like that. But I can only go off of what I've seen with Ronaldo. He's done it in 3 different countries. Probably, definitely England and Spain, the 2 hardest countries at the time.
Yeah.
Italy, Juventus, aren't they? They near enough win it every year, but he's still got, I think, scored like 88 goals in 100 appearances, something crazy. And he's 36 now, is he?
Yeah. About that.
Yeah.
35, 36.
There's obviously a bias to him because obviously he's my hero, my idol, whatever else. But like I say, if you pick one player you want to go say, I want him to win me the game, it'd be Ronaldo.
Okay, fair enough, mate. Just getting to know you a bit better.
But
even though I know you massively anyway, but thought I'd ask you a couple of questions so let the pod know you as well. So getting that out of the way, we might as well move to to next week's fixtures. So what we're going to do is we're going to get Armir's predictions as well. And when we have guests on, we're going to do a little guest leaderboard and see what the highest score is, essentially. So we'll start off with the first game that's on the weekend, which is City Arsenal. I've gone 3-1 City. Gase, what you gone for?
3-0 home win City.
3-0 home win, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Arsenal. To be fair, I think it could be more. They defend like they have been, mate. I think City could have absolute rampage on them.
If they want to make a statement, they probably will. Rez, what have you got, mate?
Draw.
Oh.
Who's going to draw? Well, Arteta drawing a picture on the sideline.
Nah, it's it's City. Score, don't know, 2-0 maybe, but it's City. I don't think it's going to be as easy as. Don't think it's going to be as easy as we think it's going to be.
I thought the same with Chelsea.
I just think if City get an early goal, then Arsenal just collapse.
The thing is, Chelsea won because Lukaku bullied the Arsenal centre backs.
Yeah,
City don't have that player, so they're going to have to play a different way. And I think that Arsenal probably defend a little bit better. So yeah, I'm going to go. It's still City, but not as large a margin.
Fair enough. Oh man, what have you got?
I was saying with Case, I think it'd be 3-0 City. I think it'd just be easy. I don't even think they'd go for the jugular. I think they'd get a couple of early goals and then kill them off with a third as well.
Great minds.
And then just a bit of I think they just pull them around. Like I know Red said they haven't got a Lukaku up there or anything to bully them, but they just pull Arsenal everywhere. And they'll just leave spaces for players like Grealish, Sterling, whoever else starts. De Bruyne.
Yeah.
It'd just be one of them games.
Fair enough. That does that one. So we move to the first 3 o'clock kickoff, which is Villa Brentford. I've gone for Villa to win 2-0. Case?
Yeah, I've gone 2-1 Villa as well. Well, not as well, but Villa win 2-1.
Reza?
Yeah, that's Villa.
Arme?
Yeah, I've gone Villa 2-1 as well.
2-1 as well, yeah. Did you just talk to Gase earlier? Right, mate, what have you put?
I was thinking when he's saying it, I'm fucking up.
He's lucky I'm saying it first because he's just like, what's he
So next we've got Brighton Everton. I've gone for I think Everton are going to beat them 3-1. I'll tell you what, hang on, Gase. Arme, what have you got, mate?
I've got 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah.
Gase?
You got the same with you, Gase.
2-1 Everton. I've gone for an Everton away win. I don't think the Amex is going to come strong.
So which game were we talking about, sorry?
Brighton Everton.
Oh. Yeah. Draw.
Fair enough. So when we go to Newcastle Southampton, I've gone 1-1 draw.
I have done exactly the same, 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. Armit?
Yeah, I copied your test papers again.
Rez?
Southampton, mate, easy as well, right? Southampton, one of the best teams in the league.
They did beat us, so yeah, 100%.
They fucking showed us up, didn't they? Nice so draw again.
Yeah, I think so. But if Southampton, like we said, say Max and Wilson start playing together, I think Newcastle could turn it around. But yeah,
it's ifs.
Big ifs.
All right, then we move to Norwich Leicester. I've gone 2-1 Leicester. I think Norwich will get a goal this week.
So weirdly enough, I had the same.
Here we go. Yeah, all right.
I can show you my screen if you want, but yeah, I'm 2-1 Leicester as well.
I'm here 2-1 Leicester, yeah.
I've got 3-1 Leicester.
3-1. He changed that.
Yeah.
He had 2.
No,
I can't do it again.
No, I've got 3-1 Leicester. I think Norwich will get a goal. I think Johnny Evans ain't back, is he, for Leicester?
No,
I think
they
they
lost
him
for
a lot.
fun, didn't they?
And Sionchu didn't look great yesterday, did he?
No, they look really shaky at the back, Leicester, to be fair.
Yeah, so I think they might get a goal. But Yeah, I think 3-1 Leicester.
Norwich
Reza?
have to shoot for that though.
Leicester, easy. Norwich aren't scoring. No, they leave the space open in the channels like they did against City. Vardy and Iniacho, yeah. Leicester, easy.
Fair enough. Let me move on to West Ham Palace. I've gone 3-0 West Ham.
I've done 2-0 West Ham. I think Palace are shocking, and if, like I said, Antonio Benarama turn up, it's game over.
Yeah. Reza?
Yeah, West Ham. Can't see another result different to that.
Arme?
Yeah, I've gone Palace. I've gone West Ham 2-0.
Oh, here we go. Copy and paste
Of course
again.
he has. Of course you have. Yeah.
Right. We go to the interesting one because it depends on how you see this. It's Liverpool Chelsea.
Yeah.
Liverpool being the home team. I've gone for a 1-1 draw.
I have done 2-2, but I think though Chelsea look unbelievable, I think Anfield is a big ground, so it does favour Liverpool. So if there is going to be a winner, I think Liverpool, but I've gone 2-2 draw.
Yeah, Reza?
Chelsea, if you want a score prediction, I'll go 2-0. Chelsea, statement.
Boom.
Sound, Army?
I've gone 2-2.
2-2. Okay, yeah, of course.
Oh, hang on a second. This is some
This is
bullshit.
sus, mate. This is sus.
I've actually written down.
Yeah, all right then. Right, first game on the Sunday is Burnley Leeds. I've got Leeds 2-1. I'm going to go Army first this time, see what he's actually put.
I copied you as well.
I've copied both of you. Apparently, I've done Leeds 2-1 as well.
Yeah, I've done 2-1 Leeds.
Rez, 2-1 Leeds.
Leeds will win, but I think it'll be like 1-0.
Spurs Watford. I've gone Spurs 2-0.
Oh my god!
Guys?
I've done Spurs 2-0 as well.
Army 2-0.
I've done 3-1.
Oh, 3-1. Jesus.
Yeah.
Probably Dini going to get on the score sheet.
I think Harry Kane will start.
Be
Reza?
interesting to see.
I'm going to go Spurs, complete a hat-trick, 1-0.
Touching on the Tottenham really quick, what did you think of the Harry Kane reception? It was like half boos, half cheers. Bit of an interesting one.
Yeah, I saw they were clapping him, a couple of fans.
Quite a
few
lot,
of them.
a big chunk of them, but then there was a massive boo at one point as well. So.
Yeah, I think it's difficult, isn't it? Because obviously he wants to go and he's made his feelings clear. And now, depending on who you believe, what sources you read, he's either been bang out of order and basically just left the club, just left him out to dry, just hung him out to dry, or there was a gentleman's agreement that's not being honoured, and he's like, well, hang on a second, you've said you'll do this for me, and you're not doing it. So who knows what the reality is? So I guess it's difficult for the fans, to be fair to them, because who are they to believe? What are they to think? It's the best player you've had. Well, I mean, I can't remember a better player than Harry Kane Spurs having, and they had Dimitar Berbatov,
Ledley King,
Michael Carrick. But no, I mean, Harry Kane, yeah, it's an awkward situation. Say, I think I'd be inclined to be a bit peeved. Probably wouldn't boo the guy, but yeah, it's difficult because it's his last move as well, right? Literally his last. Spurs aren't winning anything.
Nope.
We're not going to win anything at all. It's the last opportunity he's got for a big move, realistically.
I might win the European Conference League.
Yeah, maybe.
Get European silverware.
Yeah, get themselves into the Europa League. The thing is, though, their fans would never let anyone hear the end of it. If they won the conference, it'd be like, oh, we won in Europe.
Well, this Conference League's a great league, isn't it? I think it's probably the new up-and-coming league. It's the one that everyone wants to win.
Yeah, it's like, did you win a European Championship this year? No, mate. Didn't want to.
No.
In conference.
Didn't fancy playing Southwick Rangers. You final. All right, so we've done Spurs. The last game of the weekend is Wolves versus United. I mean, I'm optimistic. I'm going 3-1 United, but go on, Gaze.
I'll let you go first.
Yeah, I've done 2-0 United.
Arme?
I've gone 3-0 So I haven't seen much of Wolves, but
Very good.
We just got to hope that every
if
chance
they play,
comes to Adama.
if they say like you say they're looking a bit more open, like you say, it suit us more. And I think Varane will start, and I think Sancho will start.
Yeah.
So
It'd be good to see him.
I think he'll free up a lot of the midfield.
Yeah, see what you mean. Reza, what have you got, mate?
Draw Ollie out.
Draw Ollie out.
Oh, geez.
We got to
Third
have a
game
little podcast. We got a little podcast with me and Rez about Ollie in and Ollie out. Okay.
Right, so that does it for this week's episode of the Box to Box podcast. I'd like to thank Amir for coming on. I'd like to thank Reza from Gase for being the host for me once again. If you did enjoy it, please do leave a like and a comment under the video on YouTube. Please subscribe to us on YouTube as well if you did like it that much. If you could also like our socials, they'll be on the screen right now as I'm speaking. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and cheers and goodbye.